No. What happened was, I might regret this in a minute. This is gonna be expensive. Oh. All right, what's going on, guys? My name is Alex Wittick, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am looking at the Tilted TDI right now, and you guys can see this thing is destroyed. So let's dig right into this car and see what's going on. We're gonna do a full rip down on this front end and really check out the carnage, and we're gonna pull this thing out of the garage. So I'm really excited for that. But guys, we're gonna be doing a 20,000 subscriber giveaway, so make sure you guys are subscribed. Hit your post notification bell so you know whenever I post my videos, and follow my Instagram at tilted_TDI. And when you're done with all those steps, comment done down below. And if you guys have already done all that, you guys are amazing. You guys are real ones. Also, let's try to get 500 likes on this video and 100 comments. And comment your Instagram down below or something funny. That'd be great. I want to make someone's Instagram into a sticker and put it on the controller once we repair it. So before we bring this thing outside and we really check out all this damage, because as you guys can see, there's some real telltale signs that this thing is going to need a lot of money and a lot of work in order to get her back up and right. Let's go ahead and pull this car out of the garage. So I don't know how well you guys can see it, but my garage door is actually snapped completely off, and it actually dropped down a whole bunch of stuff down on my car. I don't know what it is, but it's not really a concern of mine. But yeah, I'm gonna pull this car out of the garage. Storm is not gonna like me, but as you guys can see, let's get this carnage on the road. Oh my God. No. 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 All right, so what you guys just saw right there was me thinking I could. There's so much damage now. There's so much damage. Like, this is horrible. Like, this fender just oh my God, this fender's just completely destroyed. The whole mounting bracket for the front bumper destroyed. Oh my God, no. How am I even gonna move this car back into the garage? This is horrible. I guess step one is, oh my God, that wheel, I don't know if you guys just saw it move back about a foot. It was, oh no. This is so bad. Like, this is worse than anything. We gotta dig into this and see what's going on. Like, this is gonna be expensive, so make sure you guys throw that like down below and comment, please. This is horrible. Oh my God. This whole fender mount is destroyed. Oh my God. This bumper is just completely destroyed. Hopefully it's somewhat salvageable. The bumper mount itself completely folded in. The fender is destroyed. The wheel, look at the fender move. Oh my God. So, you know the next step, we're gonna have to rip this wheel off, check it out, and oof, even where the side skirt was mounted to snapped off. Look at that, that's completely snapped metal. This was a hard impact, the tire is slashed, I'm gonna have to get new tires. So let's just hop right in there and check this all out. So, roll the footage. So now that we got this wheel off, we can really inspect what's going on here. This fender is just completely destroyed. That was on my neglect, but it was also really tucked in yesterday, so this fender was beyond repair, honestly. It's got this beautiful sweeping gash in it. Maybe we could push that out, but we're definitely gonna take this fender off and assess this as well, because the wheel did hit the firewall and push this all back. You can see it's crunched and it's bent right there, so we're gonna have to think about how we're gonna pull this out. Might even need a frame machine, but we won't even use a frame machine. We'll use the Alex Wittick Mark 6 Jetta machine, and we'll hook a rope up to it or something, and we'll pull on it, or a chain. We'll get it done. But this fender is basically cooked all the way through the paint, and yeah, so let's go ahead, take this fender off, and we'll assess the damages. So I got all the bolts off the door. All I have to get now is these two bottom bolts, but they're completely bent. So I guess the only option will be to bend this down and really just yank on it. So before I can go ahead and even access those bolts, this thing is so bent, I have think if I pull on this fender, I can pull that bodywork out a little bit and expose that. There we go, that's nice and straight now. Yeah. This hurts. This really hurts. At least the mount is semi-straight now. This fender is just, oh, it's destroyed. All right, so now that we got this fender off, all this is really exposed into here, and this was completely bent up into the air, and this is the mount that we used to hold on the side skirt. The old one rusted out, so I built a new one, and obviously it didn't really work. You know, I was 17, didn't really know what I was doing. This whole body piece in here completely shoved forward, and that's why this is all buckled in here, because, you know, the car's made out of 16 gauge steel, so it's not really the strongest. So this pushed back a little bit, and this is completely folded in here, so man, that stinks. But let's go ahead and rip this off, and I'm gonna get that off, and then we'll assess what we're gonna need to do, because I'm gonna need to build a whole new corner piece here or order a piece, but that stinks. So I went ahead and I bent this back a little bit, and I exposed all this. What I did back in the days, I welded in a patch, didn't protect the back of it. They're all rusted out, all the welds rusted out, and yeah, you hate to see it. But inside of here, it's completely full of rust, chunks of rust, everything you can think of. I'm gonna go ahead and plan something out for the next couple days for me to maybe go ahead and weld into there. I have a TIG welder, so I don't know if I'm actually gonna go ahead and do the whole welding, but I definitely wanna make a new patch piece for that and go to a MIG welder. And let's go ahead and check out this control arm, what has to be done, and what happened. Oh my God, it snapped right in half. I swear, this is so bad. So the control arm itself, it is intact, it will live and it'll see another day. But I went ahead and I threaded this out, and I wanted to show you guys how many threads were actually in the body to show you that the threads themselves into that threadable arm, there was a lot of threads in there. What happened was, you guys can see it's a clean break right there. Honestly, quite embarrassing. Probably China metal. These are Epic Euro Tuning arms, and I'm not going to discredit Epic Euro Tuning. These arms have allowed me to do what I need to do with this vehicle, but right there is the heim joint itself, and as you guys can see, there's no threads that are able to be used right there because they snapped clean off. Imagine a lollipop on the end of this, and this metal looks like a really poor cast metal. It's really porous looking, and for somebody who likes to weld and stuff, this stuff looks like trash. It looks like there's even cracks inside of it. So I had enough threads in there, and I still wasn't safe. That stinks. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and get a new heim joint, but what is weird is the heim joint that is connected directly to the body that goes to the other end of that arm, that heim joint is completely different than this heim joint. And the heim joint that is in there, I'm pretty sure it's like the crappy Teflon one that's like not even meant for like heavy off-road, but I could be mistaken. That heim joint is just completely snapped, so I think for the time being, I'm gonna have to go ahead and repair that. That'll be in another video where I'll actually try to make this work for the time being. Maybe clean this end off, clean this off, and make it happen. But where it's snapped, there's not even a single thread on it, so that really stinks. A heim joint is a really, really easy, you know, thing to change out, especially for someone like me, but the heim joint isn't even the issue. Everything in here is the issue. Wheel smashes back, destroys that, destroys this. I guess it showed us where we had some rust issues. If you have a Mark 5 or Mark 4 Jetta, you know you have rust issues. Like, you know, these cars are just, they're not made for New England, they're made in Mexico. My battery mount doesn't seem to be affected. I wish I had a heim joint I could just throw in there, but I don't have the right size heim joint thread. I think that's an 11/16 thread. It might, if it's a 5/8, then it's really easy. I can, basically it's the same exact thing that I made my toe arms out of for the Mark 5. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to source some of that, but let's go ahead and look at some more damage because there's some more bent parts on here. We gotta do a slight BMX intermission. I know you guys want to see a bar spin, maybe a full cab, so let's do it, and then let's go ahead and check out those more bent parts on that Tilted TDI. All the screws from my pocket are falling out, so I gotta put those to the side. All right, let's rip that thing apart a little more. So I guess the good news on this is that the control arm will be able to get just a new heim joint, and that will go back together. But the real damage, obviously you guys have seen majority of it. This mount right here that holds up the fender, it's supposed to be straight. Look how bent down it is. Usually you would have a bracket that slides into the fender to lock that into place with the front bumper. Not a huge issue, it'll be bend right back into place. These tabs right here on the door line, these are completely fine, which is awesome. What really saved them is this guy right here. That guy didn't allow that pivot point to really change all that much. Frame rail obviously has no damage. Nothing too structural really happened. Like I said, this in here got kind of smashed in. This mount, when I came to it, was completely bent up, so it's structurally not sound, but all it does is it holds the fender in place a little bit. So I'm gonna have to go in there, clean that all up. Gonna have to make a new patch piece right here, or just order a new piece from Volkswagen directly. I'm not worried about the fender because Weta_Wraps and I are gonna be rewrapping this car very soon. Throw down in the comments what color you guys want us to wrap it. And yeah, we're gonna pick out a really cool color, and I'm really excited for you guys to see the color. Maybe we'll even wrap the TT, which will be sick. But this car needs to move into the garage about a foot to a foot and a half because it is sticking out. So we need to get it in just a little bit. So in order to get it in here, I'm gonna put a stock wheel on here so we don't have to have the RSs on here getting too involved. And then I'm gonna take this piece of the Heim joint where it's snapped off and try to wedge it back into that spot just for the time being so it doesn't kick back, and put the stock into the body just so we can get the car forward a few feet. And yeah, so stay along with me and watch this happen. I went ahead and I took one of my old lanyards. I might regret this in a minute. Hopefully it holds up and I can use it for another day. Probably won't be able to, but I'm gonna go ahead and mount this wheel up. This is kind of sandwiched in there, keeping it from falling completely backwards because I tried mounting the wheel up and it was so stuffed in there. So let's hope that works. I'm gonna go ahead, take this old fender liner, put it in here so if the wheel does kick back, which it very well probably will, it won't be able to cut into the tire. So fingers crossed. Let's start this thing. Awesome, it worked. It didn't even kick back. That's really awesome. We had no hiccups there. We didn't even need this guy right here. And that lanyard honestly might have done something. It kept the wheel nice and forward because, you know, if it wasn't there, maybe potentially the wheel would have kicked back, sliced the tire open, you know, anything would have happened. So we were prepared. We had the plastic, we had the lanyard, everything's nice and tight, and it's working out really well. So in the next video that I do, I'm gonna make sure that we can get this thing at least movable. I wanna get this thing over to the other garage, get the TT out of here and get my mom's car back in the garage. So I'm gonna go ahead and TIG weld the Heim joint and stuff. So we wanna make sure that this car is all drivable. So my goal with the Heim joint will be to completely weld it up nice and strong, almost drivable, but I will order a new Heim joint. I will not drive this car on the road with that broken Heim joint, but just so I can get this car out of the garage. But guys, that's the end of today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to bring you more content. We're driving that car, and we got TT content coming really soon. We're gonna be building that hood exit, that teardrop. We got all those parts in the mail. We got that stainless steel 3-inch U-bend, so we're gonna make it happen. Big Meech is over here. He's relaxing, he's chilling, and he's gonna get out of the cage right now. Him and I are gonna go run around. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Remember to keep smiling. Don't anyone put you down. Comment down below what kind of cars you guys have been working on. I always love to hear about your projects. And make sure if you guys enjoyed the video, you like it and you share. Please leave a comment down below. Let's reach our goal of 500 likes and 100 comments. And we're gonna be doing that 20,000 subscriber giveaway. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Hit your post notification bell so you know when I post my videos. Follow my Instagram at tilted_TDI, and comment done down below when you're done with all those steps. So Big Meech is about to get out of the cage. He's about to go for a run. He looks tired, but he's just doing his thing. He's looking cute for the camera. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And remember, guys, you guys are awesome. Keep working on your builds. And yeah, can't wait to meet all you guys. Peace. Hope you enjoy. Meechy, no! Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.